What's up, everyone? Today we got the third episode in our Initial D movie car sub-series. This time we're doing Keisuke Takahashi's Yellow FD. Yep, so here it is. It's a pretty simple design, nothing too crazy. It's freaking hot outside, so if I'm breathing heavy, because I was just outside, I was working on real cars. I'm literally dying right now. It's like 102 degrees outside. Alright. Well, anyway, start with the design, because this does get a bit tricky. So for the color, I do have a custom color. Being 13, 1, and 1. Yeah, 13, 1, and 1. I don't think that color is on this board. Yeah, I don't think it is. That might be the closest one to it, but 13, 1, and 1. Then, for the wheels, you want to do... I got all the Hot Wheels colors on here. You want to do... Sorry about that. Little cousin came in, he grabbed his Nintendo's charging in here. You want to do aluminum semi-gloss, brake calipers, whatever, and I did black window tint because we can't be fishbowling out here. Now for the vinyl decals, I kept them here. So I make most of the decals that I use and whatnot, but for on the door, go with this right here. I don't know if I can bring up a share code for that. If I find it, I will figure that out, but there's his username. I used these for the door. Then for the red suns on the rear fender is my design, which should have a share code as well, but I don't know how to bring that up. Anyway, for these, you want to make them the size like 17, and you want them in between the body. Here, let me bring up the mouse. Here, in between this body line right here with the vent and the mirror, like right before the car starts sloping up. On both sides. Then, for this right here, you pretty much just want to center it on the wheel, and the size for that would be 9. Both sides, same thing. So the vinyls on that are pretty straightforward. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know if I can bring up a share code. So for the Red Suns one, you want to put in my username, which is up here in the top left, CoolGuy207. For the other stuff, you want to put the guy's username I showed earlier when searching. Now, oh, I forgot to do the build and tune. Whoops. My bad. So all of these cars that are... Hold on, I need a drink. Because I'm literally dying. All the cars that I've made so far, and I've built all the cars I'm going to make videos on, all S1, aside from the AE86, it's top of A class. That's as high as I could get it with the stock engine. But that's perfectly fine, because it's, for some reason, is faster downhill than a good majority of, like, I've done time trials, like stopwatch and all that. It's faster than a good majority of these other cars. Yeah, stock engine, stock rear wheel drive, stock twin turbo. You can't really hear them. You can a little bit, but I believe all the aero is stock. I know that in the first stage he had that like big crazy wing on here, but we just had to leave the stock one. Oh yeah, I did the 2002 RX-7, so it's like the closest one I could find to the one in the show. So like, anyway, semi-slick race tires, stock width in the front, stock width in the back. For wheels, I went with the Rota JSPL wheels. 17, which is stock. The first upgraded track width and stock in the front. Oops. Now for drivetrain, race clutch, race 6-speed transmission, race driveline, race drift differential. Yeah. Then we come over here, we want race brakes, race suspension, race front anti-roll bars, race weight reduction, race rear anti-roll bars, then race intake, race fuel system, race ignition, race twin turbo, race rotors, race exhaust, race intercooler, race oil and cooling, and race flywheel. Now for the tune, your tire pressure, you want 28 in the front, 30 in the back. Gearing, 2.20 final drive, 4.17 first gear, 2.89 second gear, 2.17 third gear, 1.66 fourth gear, 1.25 fifth gear, and 1.07 sixth. For alignment, you want negative 0.5 camber in the front, and then 0.2 negative camber in the rear. Toe, you want 1.7 out in the front, 1.0 in the rear, with the front caster angle of 5.5. For your anti-roll bars, you want 25.5 in the front, 19.4 in the rear. Springs, you want 532.4 in the front, 380.6 in the rear. Ride height, lowest is 6.3 front and rear. Damping, for your rebound, you want 6.5 in the front, 6.0 in the rear. And for your bump, you want 4.0 in the front, 1.0 in the rear. Aero, shouldn't have it. For braking, you want 55% towards the front. For balance, and then pressure, you want 100%. For the diff, you want 83 acceleration, 15 deceleration. That is a mouthful. But anyway, that is a downhill tune. Good to go. Good to go drive this thing to your heart's content. We're gonna go drive it downhill right now. Take it for a little spin. Now we're gonna take this for a quick spin downhill. I'm gonna hope I don't spin out. Because with these initial D cars, I have a bad tendency of not practicing driving them before I record. So it gets kind of messy when I try to take it downhill. But anyway, let's get at it. This corner, I hate this corner. This is probably like the second most difficult corner. I think the most difficult corner is like the last hairpin at the very bottom. The very, very bottom of the mountain. Dang, I tinted the windows black and this thing still looks like a fishbowl. thing, this car is a little more slidey than I remember, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Whoa, hit a little miniature lag spike right there. I'm not really going for score, so I mean, like, you could look at it if you want, but I wouldn't really pay too much attention to it, because right here, I'm just gonna drive the straights and curves, because like this car was built for more so a downhill, like, racing situation. Whoops, went a bit off road there. More for like a downhill racing situation than a drift zone that just so happens to be here. I know I'm being a little conservative because I don't really want to spin out. So it's like I could go faster, but because I didn't practice before recording, I'm just being a little conservative. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. I was by accident. Bumped the bumper. I'll probably open it up a bit more towards the bottom, where hopefully I'm a bit more comfortable by then. Me personally, I like the FC a bit better for downhill runs than the FD, but yeah, I like the FC a bit better. It handles a little better, but the FD does look really cool. Okay, this is probably like the most difficult. This is probably like the most difficult section of the like downhill part of the mountain. Cause like that turn is kind of wonky, like the entrance, but then you build up all this speed right here to take like the tightest hairpin on the entire thing. Like I need to drop to first gear to take this smoothly, but even then it's like all the other hairpins I can take in second or third. That's fine that I just went off the road right there, because we're at the bottom. We're at the bottom. Doesn't matter. The run is done. I know this is the Red Sun's version of the FD. I did build the Project D version. I will make a video on that. It's just, it will come in due time. Alright? So, don't be disappointed, because I did make the Project D version. This is just the one that I did a video with first. But anyway, we end our videos here with donuts. So we're going to do some donuts. Just want to say thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.